My name is Julian Gruber, and as Michael said, I'm one of the Level Up maintainers. And since we got like 2 awesome introductions to Level Up and some of the modules, I want to show how to actually do something, like in a simple application. So we're going to create a little live chat, message list, Twitter, real-time thingy. In 20 minutes, I hope. Oh, I should actually set up my stopwatch. Okay, so I have all the modules installed already. It's just npm install. We require Level. Level is a utility package that bundles Level Up with Level Down, because that's like what you do most of the time. So we require Level and create a DB. And we pass the path to our DB, and then we can use it. Foo bar. I'll ignore errors. I hope you're not mad about that. So if we run this now, yay. So no starting servers involved or anything, you just use it. Okay, so since we're going to create a website, like a web chat, we need HTTP. Oh, and if I make a typo, please shout out immediately. I'll be very happy about that. So I hope you're all familiar with that pattern. Oh, is that readable, by the way? Yeah. Sweet. So, who in here did already do HTTP create server? Ever? Sweet. That's good. Okay, so what we need is we need to have like an index HTML file and a JavaScript file, and we'll serve both of those. So for the index HTML, whoops. I'll just do response.end. Whoops. That's fine. Browsers are cool enough to get that. So if we request the bundle, we want to serve JavaScript. So the way I always do my clients at JavaScript is by using Browserify, which is from Substack. And Browserify lets you write client code the Node way. So you can use npm, and npm is awesome. So we use Browserify. I'll skip like writing the correct headers. So what you create when what you do when you start using Browserify, you point it to a index file, like your app's entry point. I'll create that in a minute. So I will just bundle all my client code and pass debug true to get source maps, pipe it to the response. And else I'll just nope. Huh? Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'll just create a browser.js. And hope it runs. Oh, I forgot to start the server. How silly of me. Doing that. Oh, hi, cool, it works. So we're not using any of the Browserify powers yet, but we will do in a minute. So the first thing with client code you normally need, like for a single-page app, is you need to wait for the DOM is loaded, because we want to show our messages in the DOM. So there's a Node module for that, which is called container L. And this is just a DOM node you can use immediately, and it will be inserted into the body when it's ready. So yeah, we'll use that later. Okay, so the question is now, how do I hook up my client with my server? Like, will I use Socket.io and use an event emitter API, or will I use an HTTP REST API and do polling or something? Nope. With LevelDB, we have a way nicer solution. Basically, what we will do is we will be able to write this code on the client, and it will just work. So first thing we need is WebSockets, and I'm going to use Engine.io stream. It's just the most reliable thing I have seen. So here we have our DB. Sorry. Oh, that was not intended. Yes, you're right. So we create an engine instance. Should probably give some credit to Anu for coining that term. So we create an engine instance and attach it to the server on some URL. And what this gives us in here is the con object, which is a duplex stream. And we'll get to that now, actually. So let's require multi-level. So we have our DB here. What we need to do inside the WebSocket handler, which will be called for every WebSocket connection, is we pipe the connection to a multi-level server and connect that multi-level server to our connection.
On your t-shirt.
Yes, that's why I'm wearing this t-shirt. So multi-level, by the way, is just an RPC abstraction. So who wrote this kind of code before? Ever? Okay. Oops. So as you see on my shirt, this shirt is explaining this pattern. So it's called the duplex pattern, or you could say it's like a telephone thingy. So what it says is, whatever A says, B will hear. And whatever B says, A will hear. So this is like with a telephone, like you say something and you get the sound. So when we write this code, we make the server pick up the phone. But the server will be sad if the client doesn't pick up the phone too. So we go to the client and we just require Engine.io stream. This module works on client and the server. And we create a connection that connects to the WebSocket server on /engine. And, oh, wait. Okay. So we have this connection object, which is just the same duplex stream. We require multi-level. So now we create a DB, which is a multi-level client, and hook up that connection to a db.createRPC stream. The nice thing about this code is, as you see, it's just synchronous. Like, it's not blocking, but it's not, there aren't any callbacks involved, so you can use your DB immediately. Even if the connection isn't up yet, it will just be buffered. Okay, so let's see if this works. We'll just expose DB on the window object. DB. db.put foo bar. Worked, I think. db.get foo. We get bar. It's like the same, exact same API on the client. So no more like writing REST interfaces or doing Socket.io things or whatever. Like, you just use the DB. There are some implications with that design. Like, you have to actually whitelist and blacklist certain operations, but you can all do that on the server with multi-level. It's already built in. Cool, so we now have our database that we can use. So let's use it. just do some cleanup work. Okay. So the way we're going to structure our keys, because we learned that key structure is important with LevelDB, is we'll just have okay, when you write a message in your chat, we will use the current date as the key, and as the value, we'll have something like text foo. Oh, actually, let me make sure that our DB stores JSON. We say values will be encoded as JSON. Okay, so that's our data structure. And then we can create a read stream of everything. And we don't get any data, which is, of course, the server isn't running. Yep, and we get our value. So let's hook that read stream up with some DOM. db.create read stream. I'll just attach a data handler, data listener. And we'll create a p element paragraph. And do all those DOM things. Oh, inside here, as we saw, we get an object with key and value will have text, which could be change. Change.value.text. Yes, that's where I'm getting to. Very good. So now container.append child p. And not make a typo. Okay, we already had it in our database. Now we have it in the DOM. So this kind of thing, oh, no, wait, actually we'll do something else. Okay, so this is not streaming yet. We're doing Node, we need real time, right? So streaming, we need live updates. So live updates or live streams aren't part of the core Label Up API because you don't always need it, and there are multiple ways to implement it. So there's a module called Level Live Stream. And what we will do now is on the server, we tell multi-level, hey, this DB also has a create live stream method, and on the client, we will consume that method. So let's go to the server and require it. Whoop. And we install it onto the DB. Now our DB has a method db.createLivestream, but we need to tell the client that it has it. So what we'll do is we'll write a manifest file. And on the client, we'll just require that manifest file. Browserify is nice. So now let's see what happens. We have DB, we have db.createLivestream. Cool, it's there. So let's just take our code and go here and call a live stream. So it gets data. Let's insert something. Yeah, and it's live. So let's go out of full screen mode. Okay. Let's go to full screen mode, open new window, and try to make this one smaller. Shit. Sorry. I'm not the best window manager. Okay. So, hey, we have persistence and live updates in just a few lines of code. Woo! Okay, so this db.create livestream and on data isn't the perfect way to do it because you also get updates about deletes and you have to do handle them differently and you might do sorting and stuff. So I wrote a module called level list, which is a client-only module, and we will say list equals a list that takes this db and has a function that creates DOM nodes, and let's call it row. And this has row.text and return the p, and then container.append child list.element. By the way, if you're writing front-end code, it's nice to expose an element instead of inserting it into the DOM yourself. That's just not very composable. Okay, let's see what happens. Cool, we still got our foos. Let me delete the DB. Okay, I will insert something. It's foo and it's bar. I'll actually remember the date now and insert something with my date. And it's called bus. Then I delete that datum at date and it moves it from the DOM. So with level list, you just map ranges of data in a level DB to DOM nodes. And when I add it back again, oh, okay, this was not supposed to happen. I will fix that. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks.